Have you ever wondered how some people reach 100 years old and still wake up with energy, move around comfortably, and enjoy life in ways that seem impossible today? What if I told you that a 101-year-old man says his secret wasn't expensive supplements, trendy diets, or complicated health programs? According to him, the answer was much simpler: the same 5 poor man's dinners he grew up eating in the 1950s. Before you dismiss that idea, think about this for a moment. Many people spend hundreds of dollars every month on the latest health trends. They buy special powders, miracle pills, and expensive foods, yet still struggle with low energy, aching joints, poor digestion, and frequent doctor visits. At the same time, some of the longest living people grew up eating simple meals made from basic ingredients that cost very little. That's what makes this story so fascinating. The 101-year-old man isn't a celebrity and isn't trying to sell anything. He lived an ordinary life, worked hard, raised a family, and faced the same challenges most people do. Yet whenever someone asks how he made it past 100, he gives the same surprising answer. He believes the foods that kept him healthy were the meals many people once considered poor people's food, simple dishes that slowly disappeared as processed foods became more common. What's even more interesting is that many of those forgotten meals were packed with fiber, natural nutrients, and wholesome ingredients that are often missing from modern diets. In fact, the first dinner on his list was so common in the 1950s that millions of families ate it regularly. Today, many younger people have never even heard of it, yet it may help explain why previous generations often stayed active well into old age. Now let's talk about something many people over 50 experience every day. You wake up tired even after sleeping. Your knees feel stiff, your back aches, and sometimes you walk into a room and forget why you went there. By afternoon, your energy is gone, and no matter what you eat, you never seem fully satisfied. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people assume these changes are simply part of aging, but what if part of the problem is how our eating habits have changed over the years? Think back to your childhood. Meals were often cooked at home. Vegetables came from gardens, soups were made from scratch, and families ate together using whatever ingredients they had available. Today, food is everywhere, but real nourishment is often harder to find. Many products are filled with sugar, salt, preservatives, and ingredients our grandparents wouldn't recognize. As a result, people may eat more than ever while getting less of what their bodies truly need. The old man remembers growing up when money was tight. There were no fancy dinners or expensive health foods. Families simply used what they had, stretched ingredients, and wasted nothing. Somehow, those humble meals helped build strong and resilient bodies. Of course, life wasn't perfect back then. People still got sick and grew old. But many traditional dinners provided a nutritional foundation that modern diets often miss. And that's why his story is worth listening to. Now you may be wondering, what were these forgotten meals? Why were they so powerful? And which one does this 101-year-old still eat today? The answer begins with a simple dish that many people once saw as a sign of poverty, but may actually be one of the healthiest dinners almost nobody talks about anymore. And here's where the biggest mistake happens. Most people think the secret is one magical ingredient. It isn't. The real secret is a pattern of eating that supported the body day after day and year after year. In the next part, you'll discover the first forgotten dinner and why so many people stopped eating it at exactly the wrong time. The first forgotten dinner on the 101-year-old man's list was something so simple that many people today would ignore it completely: a hearty bowl of beans and vegetables. It wasn't a fancy recipe or a trendy health food. It was just beans cooked slowly with onions, carrots, cabbage, and whatever vegetables were available. Back in the 1950s, families ate this meal because it was cheap, filling, and easy to make. Many couldn't afford meat every day, so beans became a regular part of dinner. Looking back, that simple choice may have been helping their health more than anyone realized. Beans are rich in fiber, plant protein, and important nutrients that support digestion, heart health, and steady energy levels. Combined with vegetables, they created a meal that kept people full for hours. The old man often laughs when people talk about expensive superfoods. We already had our superfoods, he says. We just call them dinner. But here's where the biggest mistake happens. Many people today rely on sugary snacks, processed foods, and sweet drinks that leave them hungry again after a short time. The old banana vegetable dinner worked differently because it satisfied the body and reduced constant cravings. The second forgotten dinner was potato soup. Before you think potatoes are unhealthy, remember that these weren't fried or covered with processed toppings. They were slowly cooked with onions, celery, and a little milk or broth. The result was a warm, comforting meal that could feed an entire family for very little money. More importantly, people ate it differently. Families sat together, talked, and ate slowly until they felt satisfied. Today, many meals are rushed. People eat while driving, watching television, or looking at their phones. The old man believes this change has affected health more than most people realize. When you look at many adults who stay active into their 90s, one habit often stands out. They eat simple foods and rarely overcomplicate things. Another forgotten dinner that surprised many people was cornbread with cooked greens. Sometimes there was a little bacon for flavor, and sometimes there wasn't. The greens depended on the season: collards, mustard greens, or turnip greens. For many families, this meal was a sign of hard times. Yet those leafy greens were packed with nutrients that supported overall health. The old man remembers people complaining about eating greens so often. But today, many of those same foods are praised by nutrition experts. What's interesting is that these families weren't following diets or counting calories. They simply ate what they had, cooked meals at home, and shared them with loved ones. That consistency may have played a bigger role than anyone understood. But here's another important point. The secret wasn't only the food. These meals were part of a lifestyle. People moved more, spent time outdoors, cooked from scratch, and followed natural daily routines. The food and habits worked together, and that's why the next forgotten dinner on his list may be the most surprising one yet. It was created during tough times when there wasn't much food in the pantry. But today, many experts would probably call it one of the most balanced meals of the week. And once you hear what it was, you'll understand why the 101-year-old still eats it to this day. The third forgotten dinner on the 101-year-old man's list was what many families called beans and cornbread supper. It was a simple meal made with a pot of beans, homemade cornbread, and sometimes a few sliced onions on the side. For families going through hard times, this wasn't anything special. It was just affordable food. But looking back, it provided a good mix of fiber, protein, and slow-digesting carbohydrates that helped people stay full and energized for longer. The old man remembers coming home after a long day and seeing this meal on the table. There were no fancy ingredients, but everyone ate well and had enough energy for the next day. He believes many people today snack too often because modern foods are made for convenience rather than lasting nourishment. But here's where things get even more interesting. The fourth forgotten dinner wasn't really a recipe, it was a habit. Many families made vegetable stew using leftovers from previous meals. Potatoes, carrots, cabbage, onions, beans, and any vegetables they had were cooked together in one large pot. Nothing went to waste, and that simple habit gave families a variety of nutrients throughout the week. The old man often says that food many people throw away today would have become tomorrow's dinner in the past. Not only did this save money, but it also reduced reliance on processed foods. But here's where the biggest mistake happens. Many people think healthy eating has to be perfect. If they eat one unhealthy meal, they feel like they've failed. The old man never saw food that way. His generation focused on consistency, not perfection. Most meals were simple and nourishing, and occasional treats were enjoyed without guilt. Then comes the fifth dinner, which was one of his favorites: oatmeal for dinner. It was often served with fruit, milk, or whatever was available at the time. While many people today think of oatmeal only as breakfast, it was a common evening meal during difficult years because it was affordable, filling, and comforting. Even now, the old man still eats oatmeal several nights a week. He says it helps him feel satisfied without feeling too full. While no one can say for sure if that's the reason he reached 101. Oatmeal does contain fiber that supports digestion and helps control hunger. Now, does this mean these 5 dinners are magical? Of course not. No single food can guarantee a long life. But the old man believes these meals represented something bigger. They encouraged moderation, home cooking, patience, and eating real food most of the time. That's a lesson many of us can still learn from today. When you remove all the marketing, diet trends, and miracle promises, good health often comes down to simple habits practiced consistently over many years. But before you start adding these forgotten dinners back into your routine, there's one important warning every older adult should know, and it's something many people don't realize until it's too late. The most important warning the 101-year-old man shares has nothing to do with a specific food. It's about assuming that what worked for one person will work for everyone. Many people hear about someone living past 100 and try to copy every detail of their life. But long life is rarely the result of one habit. It's usually the result of many small choices repeated over the years. The old man admits he was fortunate in several ways. He stayed active, spent time outdoors, kept close relationships with family and friends, and always found a reason to stay engaged with life. Because health isn't only about what you eat, it's also about how you live. Even with a good diet, constant stress, loneliness, inactivity, and unhappiness can affect your well-being. When he talks about his healthiest memories, they're often not about food. They're about family dinners, long conversations, neighbors helping each other, and sharing meals with loved ones. That's why one of his biggest pieces of advice is simple. Don't eat every meal alone if you can avoid it. Spend time with friends, visit family, and share meals whenever possible. Food nourishes the body, but connection nourishes the spirit. He also warns that many older adults don't eat enough nutritious food. Appetite often decreases with age. Cooking can feel difficult, and some people skip meals without realizing it. Over time, this can make it harder for the body to get the nutrients it needs. The old man believes his generation stayed strong because they treated meals as an important part of daily life. Dinner wasn't something rushed, it was a routine that brought people together. Does this mean you should eat exactly like people did in the 1950s? Not at all. Times have changed, and nutrition knowledge has improved. But the basic principles still matter. Eat simple foods, cook at home when possible, include plenty of vegetables and fiber, and avoid relying too much on highly processed meals. Most importantly, remember that consistency is more important than perfection. If there's one lesson from his story, it's this. Good health is often built through simple habits practiced every day: a bowl of beans, A pot of soup, a plate of greens, or a shared meal with family may seem small, but over time those choices can make a difference. The 101-year-old man doesn't claim to have a magical secret. His story simply reminds us that good health is often built one meal, one habit, and one day at a time. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these forgotten dinners did you grow up eating? Was it beans and cornbread, potato soup, vegetable stew, or something else? Share your memories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more simple health lessons inspired by older generations. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, cherish the people around you, and remember that sometimes the simplest traditions are the most valuable.